Season 2 of the Ali G Show featured a panel discussion on democracy. History's greatest talk show host threw tradition out the window and suggested that once a person has reached puberty, he or she should be allowed to vote.
Wouldn't it be more better instead of having a voting age, just saying, all right, if you's got pubes, you can vote?
I would be willing to try it in some smaller way, first as an experiment.
However, since Ali G was taking his slogans from the street, he almost sounded like he was suggesting something far, far more sinister.
Does you not agree if there is fluff on the muff, then she is old enough? But why 18, as we say on the street? If there's grass on the pitch, let's play.
For you Americans, a pitch is a playing field for whatever sports they play in Great Britain. So the American equivalent would be, if there's grass on the field, play ball. Apparently, an entire generation of Muslim apologists has drawn its DAWAH strategy from Ali G. Take Ali DAWAH, a young man who insists that if his daughter were to reach puberty at the age of 9, he would tell her that she's ready for marriage.
If my daughter, if my daughter wants to menstruation, let me finish. If my daughter reached the age of menstruation at 9 years old, I would say you are ready. You are ready to get married. However, it's forbidden for me to divorce her. If she says, Dad, I don't want to get.
Spoiler: he does not have a kid.
If there is fluff on the muff, then she is old enough.
To be fair, Ali DAWAH elsewhere qualifies his position by noting that a 9-year-old girl would also need to be mentally, physically, and sexually ready for marriage.
So what do we go with? What's the principle? Look, what's the principle? She has to be mentally, sexually, physically ready, and there's a harm factor.
Now, why would a popular YouTube apologist like Ali DAWAH be defending marriage to 9-year-old girls and even admitting that if his own daughter reached puberty at the age of 9, he would tell her that she's ready for marriage? Easy. Ali DAWAH is trying desperately to defend his prophet from criticism, and yet he's still too ashamed of his prophet to acknowledge the disturbing truth. Let's take a closer look at the problem. According to the Quran, Muhammad is a good example for Muslims to follow. Allah declares in Surah 33, verse 21, "Indeed, in the Messenger of Allah, Muhammad, you have a good example to follow for him who hopes for the meeting with Allah and the last day and remembers Allah much." Imagine our surprise when we open Islam's most trusted historical sources and read passage after passage proclaiming that Muhammad, Allah's good example for Muslims, had sex with a 9-year-old girl. Sahih al-Bukhari, 51:33. Narrated Aisha that the Prophet wrote the marriage contract with her when she was 6 years old, and he consummated his marriage when she was 9 years old, and then she remained with him for 9 years, i.e. till his death. Sahih al-Bukhari, 51:58. Narrated Urwa, the Prophet wrote the marriage contract with Aisha while she was 6 years old and consummated his marriage with her while she was 9 years old, and she remained with him for 9 years, i.e. till his death. Sahih Muslim 3481. It was narrated from Aisha that the Prophet married her when she was 7 years old, and she was taken to him as a bride when she was 9 years old, and she took her dolls with her. He died when she was 18 years old. Sahih Muslim 3482. It was narrated.
Alright, now you know, chat. Now you know.
I'm 36. Look